There are those who believe that having just 10% of the knowledge required to enter any profession will allow them to succeed against some pretty tough and experienced competitors. Is it possible that that's true? Well, think of the young upstart who shoots a whole movie on his iPhone and gets it into the Cannes Film Festival. History proves over and over again, having more knowledge isn't always the answer. Often it just gives us a bigger illusion of control. The real answer is often found in circumventing the problems that look too big to solve. As in making movies, the right bit of knowledge makes all the difference. Just 10% is all it takes. Which 10% is right for video? There's the rub. We return to the theme of technology today. How do you get that magic 10% mastery that will make your videos explode with quality? Hi, I'm Steve Washer. Welcome to the 1 Minute Authority, the place to make your business way more visible. So I've often wondered why it's so hard for someone to master video marketing / production. Because I know that if someone simply takes one of my courses, they'll be empowered to make any kind of video they want. But over time, the truth has slowly managed to sink in, and I want to share this with you because it's key to getting everything you want out of video. Here's why it's so hard for someone to get to that 10% tipping point. First, if you're new to video, then all those moving parts look kind of undifferentiated, smushed together in a weird sort of, mystery meat-based jambalaya. But some of those facts can truly make the difference between a hack job and a really attractive one. And a big part of this is to know and then find those needles in the video haystack. And if this is all that was required, we'd all be in Fat City. I would just say, hey, look over there. And you would say, hey, thanks, Steve. And we'd all go home and have a vanilla chai and watch the election returns. But there's another layer that sits between anyone who has a real desire to learn this and their mastery of it. It's simply that video facts in and of themselves are almost useless. They need real-life context to make any sense. For instance, if someone is told they need a 28mm lens, they might not ask why. They might just, sort of go out and buy it. But when the time comes when they really need it because of where they were shooting, they might not think to take it out because they didn't know why. That lens and that lens alone would have made their shot look perfect. So having the why is incredibly important. And finally, video knowledge is progressive, like climbing a pyramid. It's all relative to your level of awareness. What audio means to Steven Spielberg is something quite different than what it means to you or me. Yeah, if Mr. Spielberg says, to make your audio better, there's only so much you can do before you bump up against the ceiling of what you don't yet understand. Which is to say that you should never stop learning. And so it goes with every other fact about video, unless it's useless, unless it has some resonance with what you're doing. That's why it's so hard for someone to pick out the 10% that applies to them. They're standing in the middle of the problem, surrounded by a haze of crazy facts they don't know enough about. They simply can't see the solution from that vantage point. So, what's a would-be visible authority to do? Well, I think the greatest and most effective shortcut is to find a Yoda. Imagine Luke Skywalker without Yoda. How would he have trained? Can you imagine him trying to lift his spaceship out of the swamp without Yoda? When it was time for him to lead the fight against the Empire, what if there had been no Yoda to get him ready? Everyone on Tatooine would be speaking Empirese. You see, Yoda didn't just give him facts. He infused Luke with the exact 10% of the Force that gave him the confidence to destroy the Death Star. You think I'm maybe making too much of this? Well, I don't know about your business, but I could not have gotten this far in mine without a mentor. So, this is why setting up a video operation is not something I would recommend anyone do on their own unless they have a high tolerance for pain. There are too many pitfalls, too many blind alleys, expensive mistakes, and trivial pursuits that can pull one off the path of success. It's best to get a mentor, a guide, a Yoda. That's how to save time and money, prevent needless failures, and flatten the learning curve. Just try to choose a guide who's already been to the top of the mountain that you want to go to. They already know the way, and they'll keep you from falling into the traps they fell into and pull you out if you do fall in. So here's the 1-minute summary. The video facts you need to get great results are about 10% of all the available video facts. Knowing that 10% is vital. Anything else can be highly interesting, but a waste of time for someone who is goal-oriented. Getting those facts in context is all important in making them come alive so you know why to do certain things in certain situations. This is the only thing that transforms a fact into a useful tool. And finally, getting above the problem is the only way to discover and gain confidence in those facts, which is why having a mentor is so important. Someone you can rely on for instruction and correction, and who has not only been there before you, but is willing to invest in your success.
Letting go of pride you must, or become a video Jedi you will not.
Actually, he's not wrong.
Talking to who you are, I know not.
Okay, that's it for now. But there is one more video I want to send you on this. It lays out in detail a new and very exciting way to infuse anyone with that magic 10% of knowledge that can transform anyone into an expert shooter. And an expert shooter, more likely to hit their target, are they? I'm Steve Washer. Thanks for watching The 1 Minute Authority.